Crashing with Friends Podcast.
Hello. Welcome to Crashing with Friends podcast. Our guest today is Connor Hobbs.
Yo.
Bocane. Ayo. And Cow Hobbs.
Sup, Jack?
I got kicked by a mule, and so now now I got like this this way that
a real bummer.
I talk now.
Yeah. Send money.
The way you said that,
That was great.
Yeah, man. Was out there just trying to pull out the loose teeth of one of my wolf dogs out there. Yeah, damn mule just kicked me in the back of the head. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. The doctor said I got just a slight contusion. Yeah. But I'll be all right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So how's it going? I don't know whether to continue on with the joke or not. Oh boy,
Yeah.
I'm about to I tell you.
Oh my gosh.
About 10 more minutes of this. And
All right, I'm done with it.
We have a podcast.
Done with it. All right, Connor, how's your week been, bro?
Oh man, it's been good. Aside from a few things, I've been trying to bake those double chocolate chip muffins and failing every single time.
Oh,
Too dry, not chocolatey enough, not sweet enough. Definitely not good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
where are you getting these recipes from?
I've tried a few different recipes. I've tried using my original recipe and adding to it. That didn't work. I'm having a rough go of it. So I found out something about baking bread that I'm going to use on these, that like a new ingredient that might help it. Cause like they don't really rise like they're supposed to. They don't really, it's really the dryness that really kills them. But yeah, it's just not sweet enough. So man, it's just like everything. It's like terrible muffins.
Yeah.
I made 3 batches of them now and they're all bad. So, yeah, and I went from making good regular chocolate chip muffins to these really bad ones, and I'm like, dude, I don't know what is going on, man. So yeah, that's not good right now. So yeah, we're working on that.
Hell yeah.
That's a project. Aside from that, man, it's been good. The main thing I want to talk about was Hi-Fi Rush. So I talked about it a couple of weeks ago that I was playing it.
yeah, you got it beat.
Yeah, dude, I beat it, and I gotta say, it blew me away. Like, it was like from the trailer, I thought, oh, that's a cool game, and then I found out it was out that day. I'm like, oh, that's cool, I like, dude, it's like for me a 1-for-1 comparison to Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, from the way it looked to the way that it made me feel playing it, and by the end, like, it's like a 1-for-1. Like, just like overall, the gameplay, it is fun. It's not too hard. The levels, the design, the platforming, it's just enough to where it's like, oh, there's like little secrets, but it's not off the main path too far. You're not having to like scour for everything. And usually, like, there will be arrows pointing to the secrets all over the levels. Just be like, hey, go get this, go get that. All the bosses are so unique. There's one boss where it's a duel where you're just like walking around each other, and the way that you beat this boss is that you're blocking and dodging the whole time because you're trying to like wear her down and stuff. And then there's like another boss where it's like a concert, like you're on like stage with like a diva type chick, and just like, for me, it was like a moment of the year already. Just like what happens in that concert, like what happens to your main guy? He has to put on a costume.
Don't ruin it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna ruin it, but for me, it's just like what happens in that moment. It was just like, oh my god, I can't believe they're doing this, you know. And then, dude, by the end of it, it had one of those moments where, you know, like a lot of the characters are all coming together to support the main guy because, you know, he's like grown a lot as a leader and stuff like that, and like they're coming in at the right moment to help him out. So that made me feel really good. And then I had my my I love you man moment is what I'm gonna call it, because like you know the part where Jason Segel was watching that Chocolat for the first time when him and Paul Rudd are broken up.
It was delightful.
Yeah, but like in that scene where he's watching it and it's just showing him watching it, and like he's like, it's so stupid, but you can tell like the way he moves his head and stuff, and the way he reacts, he's like he's loving it. You know what I'm saying? Like I had one of those moments at the end of the game where it's like, yeah, it's kind of stupid, but I love it so much. It was like making me feel really emotional, like tearing up. Like I'm just like, dude,
Holy shit.
So like, dude, it was only 11 hours to beat too. So I felt like everything in the game had a purpose. It didn't have any like pointless stuff. Like all the different side stuff, like characters you could interact and talk to, had like really funny conversations. And there's like a whole side story with like almost like an HR department or something, where they're investigating the big company that you're fighting against. And anytime you interact with them in a level, it's like almost like a crime type story where it's like a detective monologuing to himself. So it interacts like that, and you have a lot of comedy off of that. So it hit me in the feel so good. For me, it was a 10 out of 10. I loved it. I can't recommend it enough.
That should be the review. Hit me in the feels so good.
Yeah, I need to pick that game back up because I beat the first main boss or whatever, like the big buff chick or whatever. So, but I haven't picked it up since then, really.
Yeah.
And I think it's mainly because, I don't know, Hogwarts Legacy came out and I was like, I'm going to try to get into this, but it hasn't been optimized very well. So,
Right.
And then at the same time, that Hitman freelancer mode came out, and I've just been really sucked into that lately.
Mm-hmm. It's worth it, dude. It's only like 10, 11 hours, man. You can beat it quick. And it's like, it doesn't force you into the whole rhythm thing, aside from like a few interactions where the gameplay will slow down for a second. And in that moment, you do have to be accurate with like blocking, because it does introduce a mechanic where like, say, like a big enemy will like demand that you have to like hit the block button in a certain rhythm. So it'll give you it'll like stop combat kind of for a second. It'll show a bar and it'll be like dun 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 dun. And then like you'll see the enemy coming in at you, and you'll see a circle zoom in, and that'll be your first beat. So you hit that first beat, and then that's your cue to start the rhythm of your blocking and stuff. So like there's all these cues to help you out to make sure that when you do have to be on rhythm, it's very easy for you to do that. So like don't be intimidated by that at all. In most of the combat situations, like it gives you like rankings of like how well you did in like each category. I always had like S for time, S for like damage and stuff like that. But on like rhythm, I always had like D, because it was always like 67, 80, like 67 to 80%. Like I never got like A's or S's in like rhythm. So that doesn't matter. So don't be intimidated by that at all. But dude, yeah, I can't recommend it enough. It really made my weekend last weekend. But yeah, that was it, man.
That's what's up. But how's your weekend?
Oh, shit. It's been pretty good, I guess. I don't know. I'm trying to think about what I've done. Yeah, I got some car shit done, or like figured out, so that's good. When I say done, I mean hypothetically, and kind of started. So yeah, just been working on that shit. And then, well, unfortunately, I've been doing a little bit of body work too on this fender. So that's a pain in the ass. But it's going to be straight, or straighter, so it's going to be nice, so it won't look quite as shitty.
You trying to get the car back up to race condition, or?
This is a different car. This
Oh, okay.
car's never run before, or since I've had it, but it's getting close. Yeah, I played some disc golf. Well, actually, every time it's warm, really, and the wind's not crazy, I've been playing disc golf. It's been pretty fun. Getting a little bit better, but I don't know, the consistency's not there. But I don't know. It's been fun just getting out there and playing random places. Not really random, I guess. There's only two places I've been going to. But yeah, that's been fun. I'm trying to think. I feel like there's something else that I did or have been doing. I didn't have any. Connor's weeks or time sounds so much more appealing.
Failing at muffins.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So yeah, it's not all. Yeah, I guess. But no, it's been good overall. But yeah, that's about it, man. What about you, Kyle?
I finished that Double Fine documentary that I talked about last week. It was one of the best things I've ever watched in my whole life. Like, I loved every second of it. 32 parts of a video game being made from start to finish. It's like 22 hours worth of content. It's pretty dang good. Really enjoyed it. Very few things wrap me up that much, like as far as TV shows go, where I'm just like watching it like crazy over it. Like, you know, I just can't get enough of it.
Yeah.
I don't really like to binge stuff, but I binge the crap out of that. I'm still trying to play. Still trying to beat Midnight Suns. I've got like 73. No, this morning I think it said 75 hours. But every time I think I'm almost done, it's like, no, I'm not, dude. Because I literally this morning I just unlocked the Hulk, so I can't be that close to the end because I haven't even had a chance to level him up and stuff. So it's like every time I unlock a new character, I'm like, there's no way I'm close to the end then. But I don't know yet. But I play it all the time. It's one of those games that's great on the Steam Deck, so I play that nonstop when I'm anywhere not at my computer, which is pretty cool. Play it in bed. Play it on the shitter a lot. I think that's really all I've been doing. I watched The Woman King. That was cool. Do you guys know what that is?
No.
It's Viola Davis in the main starring role. Daniel Boyega is like this king. It takes place in like the 1840s, something like that, in Africa. And it's basically like this elite group of like women soldiers that are like pretty baller, pretty badass soldiers. Then with like fighting with like spears and stuff. Reminded me a lot of what is the assassin chicks from Wakanda or Black Panther? What are those girls called?
I don't know.
Like the chicks with all the spears and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it reminded me a lot of those that kind of fighting style. But it was just a really cool story. Someone pitched to me as like a female version of Gladiator. I didn't really think that was the case. It had its own cool story. But what I thought was cool is the opening of the movie. There's like a whole bunch of like guys sitting around a fire, and then there's a big tall grass, and then you slowly see Viola Davis's head pop up out of the grass, and then like a bunch of ladies' heads pop out of the grass, and then it's just like they just destroy all these dudes in this fucking camp. But do you know Viola Davis is?
Yeah.
No.
Have you seen the new Suicide Squad?
Also no. Damn.
Okay.
I'm striking
She's
out.
also going to be in that Emmett Till movie, right?
Yeah, but Bo hasn't seen that because it's not out yet. I don't know.
Probably not. If it's not out yet.
I don't know any other movies to reference her, but she plays Amanda Waller in a lot of the new DC type shows, movies and stuff. But whatever, she's great. I think that's really all that's been going on in my life. What about you, Jack? How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right. Watched Knock at the Cabin, and I enjoyed that.
Nice.
Like, I won't spoil anything. I would have done the ending a little bit differently. I still like the ending. Like, I enjoyed that I wasn't bullshitted throughout the whole movie, you know? Because, you know, generally, M. Night Shyamalan, he's known for his twists and his turns and all that.
Yeah.
But in this movie, he was adapting somebody else's work. So I think he decided, he's like, I'm just going to leave the twists and turns at home. I'm just going to just do this one straightforward.
Dave Bautista's the main guy, right?
Yeah, and he did phenomenal, man. Dave Bautista, like, to me, he's definitely surpassed The Rock as far as acting status goes now.
He's pretty good. Yeah.
Man, I also watched that movie, The Menu, last
Oh,
week.
yeah, you did? What'd you
Yeah.
think of it?
I thought that movie was really, really good, man. It kind of had like Glass Onion type vibes. You know what I'm saying?
A little bit.
Right. Like it's not as far as like a murder mystery goes, but as far as like this is creepy, this is weird, I don't know what's gonna happen next kind of thing.
Yeah, the entire time you're just guessing, like, man, what's gonna be the next fucked up thing to happen?
Yeah. It's really good, man. It's got Ralph Fiennes is the main actor, the guy who played Voldemort. Ralph Fiennes, yeah, Ralph Fiennes. The guy who played Voldemort. But yeah, I love that movie, dude. Mm-hmm. What's the guy who played Beast in the X-Men movies? What's that guy's name?
Ah, man.
Nicholas Hoult.
Yeah, Nicholas Hoult. Yeah,
Connor is the champ right now.
yeah. He plays,
I was gonna say John Ralphio to mess you up.
he plays a character that you love to hate. You know what I'm saying? In
Yeah.
that movie, like just a complete dick and douchebag. But he just plays such a good character in it. I recommend everybody watch that movie. The Menu is fantastic.
Yeah, like, it's not without its problems, but it's very enjoyable.
I thought it was cool, man. Really cool. Go on with the rest of your week. Sorry.
I also I got caught up on The Last of Us, and yeah, I'm enjoying like where it's at right now. Like you were mentioning earlier, I'm disappointed that there was no hanging upside down scene. Mm-hmm. They definitely. I feel like they're really rushing it. Is it just me, or are they rushing it?
I don't think so.
I think it's kind of wild that they're.
Because some episodes are shorter, some episodes are longer, so it's kind of weird. The pacing, per episode doesn't always feel right. That might be part of it, but
Also,
there could be some truth to what you're saying.
you can't just show a lot of the stuff that you see in the video game because that's boring. So a lot of that stuff is boring. It's you walking through and picking up stuff and talking to Ellie and they got to speed it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you might lose some story context too in that dialogue that you get from actually playing the game.
Like that underground city that they found in a couple episodes back.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the game, you see like, hey, there was a guy that like founded this little underground civilization and they messed up,
Mm-hmm.
But you don't really get to see that context in the show. You just see, hey, there's a cool underground place here. But I get you, I guess, in that regard.
So got caught up on that, and lately I've been binging a lot of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia because I haven't seen like seasons 11 through 14.
Oh yeah.
And man, I gotta say, man, and these last two seasons that I've watched, like, they just really stepped it up.
Yeah, some of that shit is just ridiculous, man.
Like, just when you thought,
it.
like, man, like, they kind of done, like, everything It's Always Sunny could do, and then they're like, okay, well, we're going to go ahead and make a neo-noir episode now, and then we'll do, like, a whole other episode where it's, like, half of it will be, like, a cartoon or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if I've seen all of it. I always feel like I haven't, and then I go back and try to watch stuff. I'm like, oh, I've seen this, but probably I bet there's some of the other newest stuff I haven't seen.
Yeah, my favorite episode so far that I've seen, like, recently is everyone goes into, like, this gas station and they're, like, trying to figure out, like, I'm gonna get beer or blah blah blah, and then as they're doing that, all of a sudden the place gets robbed, and it goes through, like, a scenario in each one of their heads.
yeah, I know what
like,
you're talking about.
okay, what am I gonna do in this situation? Frank, he just goes directly over to the hot dog stands and just eats hot dogs as chaos ensues. I can't remember exactly what Dennis does and all that, but once it actually gets to Charlie, it goes into his head, and then all of a sudden it turns into, like, a Pixar cartoon. And then he, like, runs outside with the waitress that he's in love with that hates him in the show. And then it just turns into, like, a whole Pixar cartoon of, like, them getting married and having a shit ton of children. And then it, like, gets so sad. The waitress, like, they get old, and then the waitress dies. And then he's just in his house by himself, and then all of a sudden a shit ton of balloons pop out of the house.
Oh my god.
And he's on his like front balcony, and he's like just rising into the air. He's like, yeah.
That's awesome.
But yeah, it's Always Sunny is just, it is S tier comedy, man. It's up there with Arrested Development and all those other comedies that are just insanely good.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But,
Yeah, it's super funny.
Can I say something?
yeah,
you good?
Other than that, I've just been playing like a shit ton of Hitman Freelancer. I completely fucked myself the other day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Was that awesome?
The old, the old in out and out.
For those unfamiliar with freelancer mode, like you get like a whole bunch of tools and stuff that you can accumulate throughout the game to help you on your missions, weapons and stuff like that. Anything that can stay behind a glass case in the game, you get to keep as long as you don't lose it on the mission with you. But all the other stuff like pick locks and poison dart guns, stuff like that, all that stuff you lose on like a certain mission type. Well, I was like, okay, I need to distract this dude and get him into this bathroom. I'm going to throw a coin on the floor and distract him and get him in here. Instead, I pulled out a fucking bomb that was in the exact same shape as the coin, and I just threw it right next to me and blew myself up. And I was like, well, there goes like half of like all my shit. So, I was so pissed after that happened, man.
Did you kill him too, or did just you?
I killed only myself.
Only you. Oh,
and it wouldn't have mattered if I killed him, because as soon as I killed myself, that's a mission failure. So.
yeah. I was gonna say, at least you would have got him too, but no.
Nah. So lost like half of my money, all of my freelancer tools.
Damn.
And the entire time I've been building, trying to just get to level 100 on freelancer, but also I want to see everything collected in the glass cases and all that shit. I just want to be like, I got it all. But yeah, I really fucked myself.
Yeah, when you brought up Last of Us, that made me think of The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Mando.
guys.
Yeah, I watched that first episode. It was freaking good.
Yeah.
I was actually thrown off in the first step, like the beginning of the first episode. For a second, I thought this was going to be an origin story for Mando.
For a second there, I did too. I'm like, is that the kid? Like from the the flashbacks or something?
Yeah, I was like, is this the beginning of the Mando now? But, nah. What'd you think of that big ass like crocodile fish thing, whatever you want to call it?
It was a cool monster. Yeah, I thought it was cool. Yeah. I mean, that's what you want to see in The Mandalorian. You do want to see some big beast being fought, right? That's kind of part of their thing.
Yeah.
So I like that. Because
you need a good combo of like those big giant CGI monsters, but also a good combination of like the realistic puppeteered stuff. So.
Right. In the first season, you had like the mudhorn and then also the like ice spiders, right?
Ooh.
Something like that. And then in the second season, you had the crate dragon.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. I just don't know any of the names for them. So.
Are you good? But yeah, I mean, definitely cool.
What's the name of that big old ogre thing that Boba Fett gets one?
Oh, the Rancor?
Yeah, the Rancor. Yeah, dude, I fucking love the Rancor. Rancor's so cool.
Jackson wants to ride it.
Yeah. And when they were building that, when at the beginning of the episode when she's building that helmet, I thought she was building that helmet for Grogu. I was like, sweet.
I was hoping as well that it was for Grogu.
They got to give him a helmet at some point.
Yeah, he's a foundling.
It's got to have ear holes. It's got to have ear holes. I don't know.
Like, of course, it'd be less ear holes and more metal ears to where he could pop his head in and they'd pop into the ear holes.
It'd be cool if he does actually bathe in the waters under Mandalore. That it'd be cool if they also just throws Grogu in there too. Like, hey, let's bathe together. Okay, that sounds weird.
I think it's, I think it's more of like a force area. That's what I'm thinking.
He's not getting a helmet.
You don't think so?
There's no way.
No way.
No way. I got $1 on it.
I'll take you up on
He's
that.
got like chainmail, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take you up on that dollar.
You're probably right, Bo. 'Cause
You saw it here first.
you got to see the face. You got to see his cute face. So
Yeah, that's true.
You got to see his cute face.
You gotta see his cute face.
Yeah, I probably
I'm
lost
starting to
that
think that they'll never put a helmet on him now.
bet. Yep, I'm starting to think I lost that. Starting to think I lost that bet.
yeah, I think they would have gave it to him when they made him the chainmail.
Yeah. At least let him have like a retractable visor that you can just see the outline of his eyes and his cute little face.
We'll see. Or you'll
so-
see and tell me, like, I wouldn't even know any different.
Or-
you could just tell me and I wouldn't. You're like, yeah, he got a helmet. I'm like, oh, okay.
Or since the Mandalorian has the sword, maybe he'll be the one that can make the rules and say, hey, everybody can just take their helmets off whenever they want.
Right.
What are you going to say, Connor?
Nothing. It's good. Nothing about Mandalorian. I was gonna change the subject for a
Change
second. I found out some stuff about making sub sandwiches at home that I thought would be useful to like talk about really quick.
Okay.
You guys want to hear
Yes.
about it?
Yes.
Yeah, I actually
all
do.
right.
Okay. So a few things I found out from this video this guy put online. I think his name is Ethan Klabowski, I want to say, something like that. But he gave me a lot of really good ideas. And this is a way to try to imitate like a sub that you would get at like a, firehouse or wherever, And, when I tried it at home, it really did bring out a lot of good stuff in the sandwich I was eating. So definitely, you want to get your good like hoagie roll or whatever. Start with that. You want the good bread. But then know what kind of sandwich you're trying to make. Don't just try to like mix and match and do something weird, Because like if you want to like make an Italian, you're not going to put like cheddar on there. You want to put like provolone, So like try to have an idea of what kind of sandwich you're actually trying to make. And then you want to like dry out your wet ingredients, like pickles or tomatoes or something like that. Because like you're going to get a lot of like juices off of that, but like in the wrong way, because like I don't know if you guys have ever had like a burger with like a slice of tomato on there and like pickles and like it get really like wet and just like make everything really soggy. So like if you do have a lot of like, or like pickled peppers or whatever, any type of like something coming out of like a wet environment, you might want to dry it out a little bit just to keep that part of it a little bit, not soggy, like not seeping into your bread as much. But you do want to get it wet in a different way. You want to like ideally put some sort of like vinaigrette or something like that on your sandwich because that's going to bring out some flavor. And that's where you can add a lot of the seasoning too. So what I did is I just got some extra virgin olive oil and some red wine vinegar, started like mixing that up, put salt, pepper. If you want to put other spices in there, like onion powder or like any other type of like maybe garlic or whatever, or oregano if you want to make an Italian type of dressing. But then, this is the key that I thought was really cool. So like if you got like lettuce, like slice that thin if it's not shredded already. And then also kind of like do that with your onion, get it really thin. Like don't get like really chunky onion, but like get that nice and thin, kind of mix it with your lettuce and then dip that all in that vinaigrette. And that'll really like just coat everything in that seasoning, that pepper, that salt, and that, whatever else you got in there. And that'll add like a lot of good juice to that sandwich, in a big way. And I don't know, depending on what kind of like, I don't know if you guys use mustard or mayo or whatever, but like use that to try to like build like a wall or something, kind of like so to where that juice doesn't seep in. Mainly for mayo, I think is probably the better option for that because it's like fattier. But like, get your mayo, maybe sprinkle in some like, I don't know, any kind of herb, and then like lemon juice, mix that together. Apparently that's really good too, from what I hear. I'm not a mayo guy, but if you are, try that out. I guess the lemon juice helps it out, but that'll help build a wall in the sandwich to where that like juicy lettuce vinaigrette stuff won't like make it super soggy.
Yeah.
All right, now the last thing, wrap it up. And this is gonna sound crazy, but when you wrap it up, it compresses the sandwich and it puts pressure on it from all sides. And like you leave a wrap for about 2 to 3 minutes. and then unwrap it and eat it, you'll notice there's a difference, because the whole sandwich, like, you know, like sometimes when you make a sandwich, it's like falling apart. It's like going everywhere.
Yeah.
Like when you do this, like even if it's like an oversized sandwich, when you wrap it up, it compresses all of it together to where when you eat it, it's all more of like a one piece, not like a bunch of pieces put together trying to be one, you know. Kind of weird way to say that, but
Well, what are you using for meat in these sandwiches?
well, whatever kind of sandwich you want to make, you know, if you want
That's
to
my
make
problem.
like,
Is like I never know what kind of meat to use. Like I don't really want to use lunch meat, but like I don't know. Like I don't know if I just we used to, or like Jessica and I used to make meatballs and shit, and like that was pretty good. That's I don't know.
Yeah.
It's really not that much work, I guess, but
I like to make Italian style, or like maybe like a ham and Swiss or something like that, you know.
yeah.
So it depends on the day or the week, but I also
Yeah.
like peppered turkey breasts. That's pretty good.
You ever use any like poppy seed dressing? I like that on a lot of shit, like especially like the yellow kind. I could see that on a lot of sandwiches.
I haven't tried poppy seed dressing, but I've had buns with poppy seeds on them and stuff.
It's the exact same. No. But yeah, it's pretty.
I'm sure the dressing is better. But really, man, it's just like that vinaigrette and then wrapping the sandwich. That's like, it really helped bring out a lot of good stuff in the sandwich. Try that at home.
Yeah, no, I could see that about the drying out like the pickles and shit like that. You know, just put them on like a paper towel or something. Makes sense because you don't want it all, because that is a lot of juices and all the stuff. So you don't want it to be soggy.
It gives me a reason to use my parchment paper.
Are you toasting any of these?
I mean, you can if you want to.
Yeah, it's kind of a pain in the ass to toast like a sub, because you'd have to have like a big toaster, I guess, or some sort of big thing like that. I guess you could do it in an air fryer.
Like, I'm usually good with room temperature, you know, like most of the time, if I'm making subs for like lunch during the week, they're cold out of the refrigerator. So when I eat them like at room temperature, like that's like perfect for me normally, you know? So, but yeah, you could toast them for sure.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, you'd be surprised how much salt and pepper really helps bring out flavor in a sandwich as well. When you add in all those different ingredients in the vinaigrette and they're all in there, dude, it's going to make it a lot better. I'm telling you. It sounds like, okay, what's this guy talking about? I'm going to have to wrap a sandwich at home. He's crazy. Listen, try it.
It's wild.
Try it.
It's impossible. It can't be done.
Yeah, that's it.
Have any of you guys ever had like the Elvis Presley sandwich?
Mm-mm.
It's got an
I've
actual
seen it.
name. but
Yeah.
I forget what it's called, but
The golden something.
yeah, but it's like take a loaf of bread, slice it down the middle. You take a full jar of peanut butter, put that on one side. Take some jelly, put that on the other. Take a full pound of bacon, put that in the middle, and then I think you take mashed bananas or something like that and put that in there.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw some story like he flew from one city to another city just to get like a fresh sandwich of that.
What the? Yeah, it's a real wonder, why he died on the toilet.
I'm not seeing an exact name, but yeah, just the Elvis sandwich or something.
Well, Elvis died on the toilet because
Pills and getting constipated and stuff.
well, that and also because of all the other fake Elvis Presley impersonators that were at his house at the time. Because as soon as he went on the toilet, all the other impersonators went to their respective toilets to copy what Elvis Presley was doing. No one knew where the real Elvis Presley was at that time. Just everyone knew that he was having a heart attack or was going to the cardiac arrest or something, because all of the other ones were like also
Gee. I didn't know that.
yeah, that's when I learned that the world is just full of chaos and bullshit.
It's on Wikipedia.
Elvis Presley had like 60 something toilets in his house. And there was 60 some odd impersonators.
So tricky.
They copied everything he does. When Elvis Presley's eyeballs popped out and fell onto the floor, their eyeballs popped out and fell onto the floor.
Oh, jeez.
Are you guys
I'm playing Destiny 2 Lightfall. Yeah, it sucks.
yeah.
What about it?
Nothing, man.
No, the story sucks. The gameplay's good. That's my review.
Okay. You guys listen to any music?
No, not really.
I've discovered a lot of stuff, but nothing that's like I've gotten super like, oh man, I'm so in love with this. It's more like, oh man, this is interesting, I guess.
Yeah.
I got turned on to Scott Walker not too long ago, which I think I remember telling you about him, but he's just got like there's one album that he came out with. I think it's called The Drift, but it just sounds like a guy that's like singing / narrating like a creepy horror story happening in 1880s London or some shit. I don't know. It's not musically appealing at all. It's just like you listen to it and you're like, okay, this is interesting. It's more like just horrific than anything. The rest of his albums actually kind of sound quite nice, kind of like Burt Bacharach. Burt
Bacharach?
Yeah, Burt Bacharach.
Yeah, however you say something.
I don't know. Hold on, it's ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Burt Bacharach. That's how it is.
Bacharach.
Baccarat.
Bacharach. Bangarang.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Beck
Skrillex?
Bangarang.
I got my friend Kiefer, he's been on the podcast a few times. He showed me a band a few days ago called Tiger Cub. I think they're pretty good. A couple songs I like by them is The Perfume of Decay and It's Only Love. Those two songs are really good. Tiger Cub. Check them out.
Okay.
Yeah. I know that song. Only love can break your heart.
So I deleted like all of, like the songs I had on Spotify at the beginning of the year, and I've just been trying to like shit slowly, you know. But I don't know. Have you ever heard of? I just found them like not even that long ago, but like I Built the Sky.
Yeah, I've heard them.
Yeah, they're pretty good. It's like all the songs I've heard, at least it's just instrumental, but
Yeah,
it's pretty sick.
the majority of the songs I've heard by them have been instrumental.
Yeah, they have some good songs. I've been listening to Bo Burnham's Inside. It's called Inside Outtakes, but it's from the Inside Out Outtakes, whatever. That's pretty good. I don't know if you guys ever listened to like the first one or this one, but especially the first one. Man, I listened to that shit so much last year.
I never finished Inside,
Oh yeah,
but I've watched his other stand-up specials that he's done on stage,
yeah,
and I've enjoyed them.
yeah. He's really good. Damn, I've been listening to that Kendrick Lamar song, that Rich Spirit song. Do you know what song I'm talking about? It's kind of embarrassing, but I don't know. You guys need to check that out.
Why is it embarrassing?
It's the hottest. I don't know, it's just kind of, there's some, I don't know. There's a kind of a ridiculous part in it. I'm like, all right. Okay.
Is it laughable?
Yeah.
It's laughable. Okay.
I've been jamming to like 90s R&B lately.
What do you mean by R&B? Like, trying to think of some examples.
All My Life by Casey and JoJo. Angel of Mine by Monica. You remember that song?
Monica.
I probably would. Yeah, I probably would if I heard it.
Angel of Mine.
Oh yeah. I've heard that.
Yeah. It's the age of like 90s R&B where all of them had the exact same beats, and usually it'd be like the same, almost the exact same acoustic soundtrack in the background or piano. It was one of the two.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I Want to Know by Joe.
Damn, I don't know. I'd probably know a lot of them if I heard them, but
Seal.
yeah, been jamming a lot of Seal.
Yeah.
It's good to know.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm always trying to find new shit though. It's just hard finding stuff that's
Another band that I've been listening to is, I don't know if it's a band, a group. I don't know how to say their name. It's Lemaitre. It's Lemaitre. But they sound...
Mater.
Huh?
Mater?
Lemaitre, I don't know. But a lot of their music sounds like Daft Punkish kind of music. And I really like that kind of stuff. A couple of their good songs to listen to is Time to Realize, Higher, and Closer, We Got You. Those are some good songs by them. I've also been listening to that 2 songs by Vane FM like crazy. Is that Rebirth Protocol and Virus Vibrance. Those songs are fantastic. A lot of Vane FM I don't really care for though. There's a lot of it I don't care for, but
They have that one album that's like kind of like a B-sides album, and yeah, there's like 2 songs off that album that I'm like really get into, and then the rest of the album I'm like, yeah, I'm not that big of a fan of it. But Vane FM is really fucking good.
they sure are.
Another band that I've actually been getting into a lot lately is a band called 68. They're a duo band, and the guitar player and singer is the old singer for The Chariot. It's kind of like a mix of like rock, blues, and hardcore, like.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like a heavier version of White Stripes, if you can imagine that. So
That could be cool. Yeah. Damn. Is all this... I mean, you guys don't post a lot. I don't know. I haven't seen that many songs you guys have posted in the little chat thing.
I haven't seen you post any songs in there.
Yeah, that's why I said I haven't been listening to anything new.
All right.
If I had been, I'd be posting stuff.
I don't want to bombard it, because I feel like I could totally bombard.
And you totally could, Jackson. We know you could.
I'm only going to post something on there that I actually believe you guys would listen to.
You guys know the rapper Khan? Like it's like an acronym, K-A-A-N. And now that I say that out loud, it sounds like The Wrath of Khan, which he does have like parts of The Wrath of Khan in some of his songs, but
Bastard, that was my thing. I was going to be that.
I might link a couple songs maybe from him, or at least one song and some other stuff. I'll put some stuff in there as soon as I figure out how to. I feel like I'm always just finding new stuff. I'm like, oh, somebody sent me a message like fucking a month ago or whatever. Which button do I press on here to talk to Chris Blanchard? He was saying something to me the other day.
God.
And then I just totally like zone out and just forget like what I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, I don't know. But
Bears are crazy, right?
True.
Bears hibernate, and that's crazy.
Hibernation.
Yeah, hibernation's crazy.
It's wild.
I think the craziest part of hibernation is the fact that like once they've gotten super fat and all that, they then go and eat a bunch of grass and stuff like that to just clog up their ass. Like they literally like create an artificial butt plug for themselves. Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
So now we know what to do, Jackson.
Yeah.
When we go to space and we have to hibernate, we got to eat the grass.
So you're saying after they wake up, they go and eat a bunch of?
No.
Before?
Okay.
Yeah,
like before they go into hibernation, they're like, well, I can't be shitting during my sleep and all that. So
True.
Doesn't that hurt their stomach though? Like just building up.
I don't know.
I'd imagine bears are probably built for it.
It's just crazy.
I mean, you got to think realistically. I mean, they're not going to like be shitting a whole lot if you're not eating a whole lot, right? And your body's surviving off of the fat from your body mainly. That's where it's pulling from. So I don't know. There's probably a lot more detailed information, but that's what I would think anyway. Because like you're not drinking water, you're not going to have to pee, right?
Wouldn't you be tremendously sore? Like when you woke up, like your body hasn't moved or like really like that much and however long. I don't really know how long they hibernate for, or like if they actually get up and, or if, like, do we actually know anything about real bear hibernation cycles?
Yeah, did you look into this, anybody?
Yeah.
I know like a few bear facts, but I'm not like the biggest bear.
Are you the bear
master.
guy?
Bears
Let's see.
like beats.
Jackson's our bear.
How long?
Beats.
Let's just find out. How long does a bear go into hibernation? All right. Bears hibernate about 7 months out of the year. Damn. A lot longer than I originally thought.
That's crazy.
Bears in the warmer coastal regions of the state will hibernate for about 2 to 5 months at a time. So the longer hibernation times will come for bears raising newborn cubs.
Okay.
Have you guys?
But,
Man, it was actually lost, or like it was one of those stupid Facebook memory things, like somebody shared or whatever. But then it took me so long to figure out how to go back, and like I couldn't. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. But anyway, have you guys seen that video where it's like bears waking up from hibernation? It's like, but it's like voiced over by like a metal singer.
no.
Damn, I need to share that. It's just, yeah.
I have seen like people like taking like BBC Earth or something, and then they just replace like all the David Attenborough with like black metal singing.
Yeah.
Like the polar bear calves calls to its mother, stuff like that.
But damn, dude, like that's just so crazy that I don't know. How's that even possible?
The best part about like that video specifically is like just in the middle of like you'll see beautiful snowy mountain, and then you'll just hear a bleh. It'll just throwing random blasts.
What does hibernation look like to you guys? Like, what would your hibernation look like?
My hibernation is the same. I go into hibernation every year.
Yeah.
I did think about this. I've put some thought into this. Yeah, so it is crazy. I mean, like, I feel like for a human, for us to go into hibernation, there's got to be something happening with your body, or else you are just going to get super sore, and like your muscles are going to atrophy and stuff. Especially if we want to do long-term hibernation. I don't know how long you guys are talking, but maybe like suspending your body in like some sort of tank, and then maybe somehow using like
Vacuum sealed?
fluid pressure to maybe like like work your muscles, or like keep blood circulating and shit like that.
So like a Dragon Ball Z like healing tank, or
Back to Tank from Star Wars?
or maybe like a Mewtwo situation, like you hooked up to a bunch of
Yeah,
Like-
yeah. Something like that.
Yeah.
Or like one of my favorite hibernations that I've seen was from the X-Files, where that guy was making like a cocoon with bile and newspapers and stuff. And then he would sleep for however long after he ate a bunch of people's livers or something like that. But so that could be exciting, making a cocoon out of your own bile and newspaper.
That could be exciting.
I don't think
You guys want to try
I
that?
don't think you'd be bothered much. Like,
Next project, we're gonna create our own cocoons
yeah,
out of our own bile and newspaper.
yeah.
And
That episode is so
wait,
creepy, man.
What do you say we do that at Schifferdecker, just to
Yeah.
don't make the mess here.
Some places in Joplin, they wouldn't even notice. They'd be like, it's fine. Somebody lives in there. It's fine.
Just not touch them.
They ain't bothering us. So
Why would a hibernation look like for y'all? Or how would you guys hibernate?
well, my hibernation is just like, all right, go to the video game chair, turn the heater on, and yeah, that's my plan for the whole winter. Sometimes I extend that plan to go into next winter.
I do feel like I slow down in the winters, man. And like I want to just sleep more and stuff. Our bodies are just too weak to hibernate right now. But we have people working on it around the clock.
I'd probably eat a ham and a turkey and then a bunch of sides,
Fuck yeah.
And then,
Probably bring a toothbrush.
yeah, of course, I would definitely clean my teeth before I would hibernate.
That's 101.
I would probably also take a shower, just for the hell of it.
I wouldn't. I really want to get it.
Yeah, get the
Marinate,
stank.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. For me, I would pray that, I'd have a temperature controlled environment. I like it a little bit cold when I'm sleeping, but obviously not too cold. So somewhere in the 60s, mid 60s would be nice because, that'd keep me asleep. Don't need to sweat while you're in bed. That'll wake you up out of hibernation real quick. But yeah, I mean, I would just pig out, man. Probably for like maybe a month straight, just every day eating a ham and a turkey and all them sides. Yeah.
I like this idea more. Like, what would you completely stuff up on before you go into hibernation?
Probably like a 6 foot sub too would be the lunch.
I'm thinking about 30 salmon.
30 cents. Yeah. That'd do it.
Yeah.
That'd do it.
Dang.
I'd probably go with, I don't know. I would go with like the fattest, like Gasano's, like pizza.
To clog up your asshole with that cheese.
Exactly, man.
Yeah. I
Put a
get
whole
it.
bunch of meat on there, maybe a little bit of jalapenos in there for some flavor. But
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you wouldn't want jalapenos in your stomach for months on end.
Maybe your stomach.
You think you know what would do to your stomach lining having those hot peppers in there just marinating?
I don't know. Maybe it'll keep me warm.
Yeah.
Who knows? But maybe that might counteract the cheese. You know?
Liquefy the cheese again. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like the idea of like a whole ham. Man, it'd be so good.
That
And
would
then-
be really good.
And then human livers, like I said earlier.
I was thinking I would just grow my hair out and just keep letting it grow really, really long. And then I'll kind of like wrap it around my body and I'll have someone tied at the bottom, or I'll tie at the bottom where my feet are. And then I'll just kind of stay in this hair cocoon thing.
Oh, you want me to tell you what I do with my body?
No, you guys can. I just said
lay down like
explain what
this.
hibernation is to you guys. This is what it is for me.
All right. You guys remember Underworld, right?
Okay, yeah.
Victor,
Yeah.
that's me.
Okay.
I am vampire.
Okay.
That's how I'm hibernating. If you want to wake me up, give me some blood.
A coma is kind of like hibernation in a way.
Yeah.
It's
Coma.
kind of like forced hibernation.
Yeah, that's true. You want to be in
Yeah.
like a medically
Involuntary
induced?
hibernation.
Right. So,
medically
yeah.
induced.
Yeah. I'll probably
can't-
be doing hibernation sooner than you think.
We got you a nice little bed and everything, man. Keep you safe. Get a
Also,
nurse.
doctors,
Come
is there
clean
like a
you.
liquid tank you can put me in?
You get so soggy, Bo.
Yeah, that's true.
Holy crap.
Yeah, I'd prune out.
Now put you in some sort of gel.
Oh man,
There we
couldn't
go.
handle it. I can't go in a gel. If it's a gel, it's a no-go for me.
Bo just laying on top of a bunch of hair gel.
I don't think so. Hashtag not my hibernation. There was a topic for this week that when I told Jessica, I claim she gasped. She says she was being incredulous.
Incredulous.
What was the topic?
I mean, you wrote it down. Why don't you say what the topic is?
Well, I just threw out some.
Can you guess which one I'm talking about, Kyle?
I would have to say euthanasia? Question mark.
Yeah. She's like, you guys are talking about euthanasia? I was like, yeah.
It was just a joke.
Does someone
Yeah. Kyle's brought this up a
I
few
don't
times, and
understand
we don't
what's the
even talk
problem
about.
with the euthanasia.
Yeah.
There's just random topics that I put on here that half the time we don't even talk about.
I think kids in Asia are a good thing.
It's so funny. I didn't even really think it was that crazy until I told her, and she was like, what? I was like, yes.
Let me ask you
But
something.
we don't shy away from the hard topics.
Let me ask you
Full
something,
blood.
Bo's wife. What do you think about youth in America? Or youth in Brazil?
What about them? Who cares about,
Youth in
The
South
American youth.
Africa? Why is it just the youth in youth in Asia that you've got a big old thing about?
You keep it going?
Why do you gotta hate Chinese kids?
Mm-hmm.
Stop Asian hate. Hashtag stop Asian hate.
Quit putting them down.
Now, one thing that would be cool to talk about is voluntarily killing somebody.
That That's totally doable.
There's a word for that.
So whenever you and Jessica were talking about it, what were you guys talking about?
Oh, no, you didn't, Kyle. You're not going to drag me into this. You're not going to you gotcha me.
That's what I'm about. Gotcha journalism.
Yeah. Oh.
I think we should pause. I gotta pee.
Okay, pause. Okay, unpause. All right, you guys want to go ahead and move into Yo Dude, check this out?
All right, let's do it.
Yo, dude.
Yo, dude. Hey, yo, what's up? Check this out. Yo, dude.
Who wants to get us started off?
I have a couple weak ones. I have you know what I'm saying? I don't have one strong one. I got a couple ones I can just
Hey,
throw out there.
fine. Yeah, man. If you got some stuff to show us, though.
All of a sudden, of course. So, yo, dude, check this out. It's kind of weird. I found this out the other day. I didn't know this. Maybe you guys all know this, and I'm just dumb.
Okay.
And it's kind of like a fun quiz. Everybody's heard of Chipotle peppers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least it's kind of a weird question, but what is a Chipotle pepper?
Huh. Does it have to do with the color?
You think that's just a pepper, don't you? You think that's a type of pepper?
It is a fruit. It is grown in the ocean.
No, yeah, correct. Yeah, primarily. That's where you
And
get a lot
they
of peppers
primarily use it to farm pearls.
Apparently, a Chipotle is just a dried and smoked jalapeno.
Dried and smoked.
That's I was like, what? I thought this was just like a pepper. And there's a lot of peppers that are like this. Like there's Colorado peppers. That's just a dried Anaheim pepper.
What's an Anaheim pepper?
An ancho pepper. You hear that a lot. That's just a dried poblano. It's like, what? All these peppers? Like, I thought these were standalone peppers, man.
What?
But yeah. A guajillo is a mirasol, or however you say that pepper.
Mind blown.
Yeah.
Holy crap. What's crushed red pepper? What is it?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's so weird. Or, I don't know. Surprising.
That's insane, Bo.
All right. Do you guys want the semi-funny one? The one that might have, or the one want the semi-funny one, or do you want the one that has to do with A Wonderful Life?
A Wonderful Life.
All right. In 1947, the FBI issued a memo stating that the movie It's a Wonderful Life was a communist trick to discredit bankers because the bad guy in the movie is Mr. Potter, a banker. And you know what? Mr. Potter gets away with it at the end.
Huh.
Yeah.
How about that?
Fuck Mr. Potter. Fuck the bankers.
Yo, dude, check this out. The flashing pattern of a lighthouse light is called a characteristic. Sailors know what lighthouse it is by referring to all the patterns on a chart called a light list. So I guess back in the day, all these lighthouses, or still probably do, have like a certain pattern they strobe.
Huh.
And people have a list on their boats of like, hey, that one's strobing that way, so that must be here. We're in Anchorage or whatever.
Damn.
The one that Willem Dafoe got in that movie, like, just made him really horny.
Yeah, he was super turned on by that light.
It's like, yeah, time to go up to the lighthouse, get naked, and just drink a bunch of whiskey or whatever they were drinking.
Yeah, dude, check this out. Lewis Hamilton, famous F1 racer, was granted medical exemption to wear his nose studs while he raced. Did you guys hear about that?
What?
So I noticed this whenever he took off his helmet, like last week or whenever the testing was. I'm like, oh, he took off his helmet. He's wearing his nose studs. I thought that was weird. Well, I saw this article and I read about it. And yeah, apparently, this is just like a quote from them. They say, we have determined to take no further action as there are concerns about disfigurement with frequent attempts at removal of the device. So there's something about his nose studs that he's using that make it to where if he keeps trying to remove them, they think that it'll end up disfiguring his nose. So I don't know anything about these nose studs, but I don't know. Maybe they're meant to just stay in his nose, like pretty much permanently, you know?
That sounds like they're going to, yeah.
You know? So it's like, damn. Okay, because I noticed. I don't know if you guys saw, but he got a second one over the break. He did have one nose stud. Now he's got two.
Okay.
I don't know.
It's crazy that they actually granted him medical exemption because of that.
Yeah, I wouldn't get a nose stud.
Nah, I wouldn't
not for
get
me.
two either.
I don't think I could pull off a nose stud.
I don't even know
mainly.
what do you mean a nose stud?
Like a stud there.
What?
I'm assuming.
We're talking about a piercing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought this was like some sort of crazy. Okay. Yeah. I thought it was some sort of crazy like thing that like held your nose in place or something. Like he had
Like
some
a
sort
like
of
a bar, like a
Yeah,
fake
like-
cartilage.
No.
Some sort of-
It's
yeah.
That's what makes it. That's what makes it weird is because like
Yeah, it's-
you're not supposed to wear any jewelry in F1.
Yeah, that's
Because if you wreck or
BS.
something and they gotta do something to you, they gotta get through that jewelry. You know. So
disfigurement. Get the flake
Wow.
out of here.
He's my favorite racer.
yeah, Kyle's favorite.
Anybody else got a yo, dude?
Take his damn jewelry off.
Give me them nose studs.
Yeah.
Your favorite racer by the end of his racing career is gonna look like fucking Xerxes.
Oh my God, the God King. Yeah. He's a beautiful God. Or what does he say?
I'm a kind god.
A kind God.
I'm a generous god.
Generous. God, let's all mess it up.
I haven't seen 300 in so long. I have such a good memory with
Changed
seeing
the game.
Yeah, I have such a good memory with 300 because I went and saw 300 in theaters the day it came out.
Must have been nice.
It was fucking awesome. And then like on the way home and whenever we got picked up, it was me, Charles, and Jake. And
You guys
Jake's,
were all Spartan kicking each other.
no, Jake's mom picked us up. And we're on the way back to Jake's house. And then he's like, just so you know, your cousin Brendan is there. And then Jake just goes, Brendan can suck my knob. And then she just, bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. She beat the hell out of him. Like, he was in the front seat, she's driving, just boom, boom. And me and Charles are in the back seat, hysterically laughing. We couldn't stop laughing. He's just getting beat up by his mom, and we're laughing at it. Yeah, 300.
Anybody else got anything?
I don't think so.
Try them sandwich techniques.
Yeah.
I'll try them out.
Try him.
Try them.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's it.
we got it.
Thank you for joining us on episode 76 of Crashing with Friends, Bo.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome, man. Hopefully many more.
Many, many more.
That's me playing like sign off piano.
Nice.
Dun, 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 dun.
Anybody got any words of wisdom for us before we leave?
A sloth poops once a week, and when it does, it's like a third of its body weight.
It's good.
All right. Stay regular, guys.
Yep.
Have a good rest of your week. We'll see you guys all next week. Bye.
Bye.
Crashing with Friends. Podcast.